Europe reconsiders tech regulation. A shift in approach after a decade of aggressive oversight, the European Union is reevaluating its strict rules governing the technology industry. Driven by concerns that overregulation stifles economic growth, policymakers in Brussels are moving to simplify landmark laws for artificial intelligence and data privacy. This shift raises questions about Europe's competitiveness against the United States and China, as well as the future of digital oversight globally. The rethinking: why now? For years, Europe has positioned itself as a global watchdog for big tech, imposing billions in fines on companies like Amazon, Apple, Google, and Meta for antitrust violations, data breaches, and unchecked content. These actions contrasted sharply with the more hands-off approach of the US, setting a precedent for other nations. However, growing dissatisfaction among businesses and a perceived lag in innovation have prompted a reassessment. The proposed changes, outlined in a digital package of simplification, set to be unveiled by the European Commission, include revisions to the General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR, and delays in enforcing key parts of the Artificial Intelligence Act. The move reflects a broader deregulatory push led by European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen, following the departure of key officials who spearheaded the earlier crackdown. Key changes on the horizon, the proposed revisions aim to make it easier for companies to develop and deploy AI systems, including loosening restrictions on the use of sensitive personal data. Enforcement of high-risk AI applications in areas like hiring and education could be delayed until at least 2027, following pressure from US tech firms and European businesses. Another significant change would redefine personal data, relaxing privacy protections to facilitate data sales and usage. While some consumer-friendly measures, such as streamlining data tracking consent requests, are included, critics fear the overall effect will weaken regulatory safeguards. A shift in philosophy, the proposed changes signal a fundamental shift in Europe's approach to tech regulation. Some argue that strict rules have hindered innovation and competitiveness, while others warn of a race to the bottom that could prioritize economic growth over consumer protection. The move is not without opposition. Critics within the European Parliament, such as Brand OpenIFI, warn against weakening accountability, arguing that a false dichotomy between innovation and regulation is being exploited. Global implications: Europe's regulatory stance has historically exerted significant global influence, a phenomenon known as the Brussels effect. If Europe retreats from strict oversight, other nations may follow suit, potentially undermining efforts to rein in big tech worldwide. Despite the proposed changes, the European Union remains committed to pursuing major cases against tech companies, including investigations into Apple, Elon Musk's X, and Google. However, the shift in tone suggests a more pragmatic approach that balances economic competitiveness with regulatory oversight. Conclusion: Europe's reevaluation of its tech regulation marks a turning point in the global debate over digital oversight. The proposed changes reflect a growing recognition that strict rules may stifle innovation, but also raise concerns about weakening consumer protections and potentially ceding ground to US and Chinese competitors.